Alright, what is going on, guys? Blake here for the Little Regret channel. Hope that you guys are doing well on a Tuesday. Great to go ahead and be here. Today kind of has been whooping my ass, but in only the best of ways. So I hope that you've had a very productive day or just a nice day to relax, whatever it ends up being. I'm really excited to just kind of be in your presence and be in space with you guys. Whew. So I've been working pretty hard. I shouldn't say pretty hard, but I've been working on a lot of things. But one of those passion projects that I've been kind of trying to keep myself busy with, excuse me, is just getting the grips with Mount Panorama. And a great way to do that is they have this lap time challenge on GT7. So they're doing GT3s here. World record right now is 158.1. I already have a gold time set. I'm at 2 minutes 0.5, I believe, in the Corvette. But I want to try and up that a little bit because I really need to get more practice because I'm doing the Bathurst 12-hour this weekend on iRacing. Any practice is a good practice. I'm going to actually go ahead and properly do it on my PC later. Only reason I'm really not streaming all of that is just because my PC is a little piece of crap. And I can't necessarily get a good stream off right now with things being the way that they are. So I'd rather give you guys a little bit more quality than quantity on that. I will be hopefully linking the stream through all the available channels. I'm going to have some teammates who are probably going to be broadcasting the whole thing, more than likely through GT Eddie. If you guys know of him, he's a wonderful sim racer, very iRacing focused. We used to run a lot of GT Sport together, but now he is going to be taking care of the streaming duties and will be running with the MOP team. But I need to make sure I'm in right position for that, ready to go for that. So we're getting all the logistics kind of dialed in right now. We're having a lot of team conversations. I think, just talking to them a couple minutes ago. I won't say too much more than that, for fear of giving anything away. But I think we'll go ahead and just jump right into the lap time challenge. And again, hope you guys are well today. Hope you guys are all feeling good. And since there's only one day left on this, and I do want to improve on that time, I do want to see where I'm at. Okay, I lied. I set that time in the Mercedes AMG, which is a great car. Great car for this challenge. But I think I'm going to go ahead and either jump into the M6 or the Genesis. I think I might jump into the M6, actually. I was thinking Genesis, I might go M6, just to contravene. And I also feel like I have some good rapport built up with the M6 itself. So that's what I'm going to do. So let me go ahead and hop into that, see how I feel. We might do a little bit of both. And just see how it feels for us. But I think either car is a good choice here. So we'll go ahead and get ourselves loaded in. I feel like it's just been one thing after another today. But sometimes that's how it goes, and that's how you have the most productive, the most useful days. I'm not saying that crunch is a healthy thing, but sometimes it's a necessary part of life. That's my take on it. Anyway, my whole thing with this track, let me go and switch up my inputs. My whole thing with this track is really trying to get my reference points and breaking points down. I feel like on iRacing, I have it sort of scienced out. Like, everything makes sense. I kind of know where I'm making most of my motions and how I'm making most of my motions to get the car effectively around the track. Whereas here, to really maximize the lap, you've got to really be pushing. So even a 2 minutes 0.5 is well beyond the realm of what I would be doing over there. But we can also assume that with this being on the soft compounded tires, it's a bit more gratuitous. Even though it doesn't feel like it. When you're driving it in the hand, it feels quite different, as you can imagine. But the real thing is just having good rhythm over the top of the mountain. Good understanding of what you're doing. And just being confident. Knowing the track inside and out. So to that end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and load a Ghost for Kalen as well, just so I can kind of see what to do here. Not that I want to be emulating those habits out and out, but if I can get faster that way, wouldn't hurt. Oop. I was doing some challenge races with my friend, and Just doing it in the cockpit, no HUD, all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix all of that. There we go. Oh. Oh, now let's play music. Okay. That's interesting. Can't do that. It's not on broadcast mode either. I get flagged. The most interesting thing I can think of when I'm doing this on GT7 is that you have to actually brake quite a bit earlier than you would in iRacing. iRacing's a bit more forgiving. And you would think it'd be something to do with the speeds or something, but they really are pretty close, actually. Like, I don't think we're going to be getting over, like, 170 on the back straight. We'll see. You can tell there's a little bit more grip in the hand, but the overall speeds of the car are not all that different. You do have to brake earlier in general here. So you can still carry a lot of speed over the mountain, being a bit tentative. You have tons of lateral grip to work with, and that's sort of the weird thing, is that you have to kind of work with the heft of the car on iRacing, but here it's very... it's a lot of bite to work with. Should have seen that coming. Car stepped out on me a little bit. Anyways, I usually kind of invalid the first lap anyway. Not by choice, but you know, we're here. And yeah, and if we're looking at the speeds coming up, we're already up in 6th gear. I think we'll maybe touch 170 thereabouts, but that's about it. Brake just after the 150 board, and I think I was even a touch late on the brakes there. So, yeah, it's a very different feeling ultimately. There's more performance to be had, more cornering speed to be had as well. So you can tell it was not exactly a lap to write home about, but just keep building on it. There's our ghost. Accidentally hit the ghost button earlier, so that's my bad. Let's try and follow and see what we can do in the wheel tracks of. Same car, same everything. Probably be at this for like another few minutes. I want to give it a proper try and really see what I can get away with. But we will eventually switch gears over to daily races. Car's a little bit touchy on throttle. Not crazy, but a little touchy. Yeah, I could have had a slightly faster run through the S's there, but that's alright. So far I'm feeling pretty confident just with the overall cadence of the car, but I still have a lot of time to find. Because this is going to be maybe a high 201, which means we're still a second and change off the pace. I'm trying to get the car to rotate properly too, but it's tough. Too late on the brakes. Left a ton of time there. I'm actually still up on my previous best, but not for long. Anyways, 2019 is not too bad, but we still, like I said, have a lot of time to find. The line was right, but I got on the throttle way too early. Funny thing is, I'm carrying over some habits from iRacing, which are actually kind of impeding me a little bit. I'm minding the throttle in the wrong places, actually. Where the M6 is actually pretty compliant early until it gets on boost. Whereas the M4, which is what I've been driving up to this point, is a little bit more, shall we say, like, power comes on a bit more immediately. I'd say to be more mindful of the tire grip. Because, like, you can see, like, I feel confident that when I get on the gas, I'm good, and I start to mat into it. And then that's when the boost kicks in, and that's immediately where it starts to get away from me. So, just need to unlearn that habit for now. Or at the very least be aware of it. But I think we're doing an okay job of that. Oh yeah, so there's a ton of time in the last sector. So we actually improved on our previous best, even though we had a pretty unremarkable set of sectors before that. Particularly our sector 3 was quite slow. And now we're already a 10th and change up, so let's just keep building. Okay, that was good. That was great, actually. Ah, got a little bit greedy there. That happens. Let's see what the lap would be. Finished it. Even though you already lost a 10th and change. Oh yeah, so there's still plenty of time to be found. Just all in optimizing, all in getting it a little bit tighter. That's all it really needs. Also, I do not have as ready access to all my chats as I usually do right now. So if you're saying anything on YouTube, I can't really see it at the moment. I apologize. I can still see Twitch chat somewhat. 2012, so that's not bad at all. But hello to all of you guys on YouTube, if in case you're there watching. Alrighty. A little bit of a grass dip there. Not bad. That amount of understeer is almost just inexplicable to me, but I think I just need to really be more careful with how I'm braking. I think that's going to matter more rather than the timing and cadence of it. Had to lift a little bit there just to be sure. Just get the front weighted up. There we go, there we go. That was good. That was a really good run. Alright, 8/10 up on our previous. If we can get this lap good, should be in for some for a decent payout. Our final sector was pretty solid though, so we shouldn't expect too many more gains unless we can really nail it. So let's try and see what we can find. That good old GT7 short shift is going to pay off dividends for us. Gonna get one more 10th just about. Brake nice and early. Alright. Just about in the 2 minutes range. Looking better. So now you just gotta find 4/10. I'm gonna try and do another 5 laps and then see where we're at. I expect to hit a brick wall by then. Whether figuratively or literally. We lost some time here last time. Thought I was gonna spool it up there. Oh no! And then as soon as I said that, I put it up on the curb. Yikes. Well, there's a literal wall, but I'm gonna keep going. Let's look at the session times, or section times. But Cyrus made a really good comment during one of his previous streams, or one of his more recent streams, about really not hitting the reset button all that often, and I think that's a great tip. And you just gotta really make sure to be able to learn from your mistakes, because it also it kind of like ingrains in you the skill of being able to rebound quickly, even if it doesn't always shake out that way. You know, like it keeps you in the right mindset to just get right back on pace. So I was still 4/10 off there. Just a couple of things. So yeah, if you're smooth there, if I'm smoother in the final corner, I can definitely gain some time. I'm not certain how I lost so much time there, but it might have been on the entry. I might have broke too early even. And never had enough exit speed to really come back. Who knows, who cares? Keep on pushing. We're still in range to set a potentially better lap here. Nice and early. There we go. This time we didn't spin it there. We're already 2/10 up. Half the job done. Tap the wall, of course, because I got greedy. Tend to get greedy. Just keep going. Just try and get a good Sector 3 and Sector 4 here, and we'll start another lap and figure it out. Use the force being the weight transfer. I'll try. This thing is kicking my ass right about now. I feel like the Genesis is absolutely going to be an easier car to drive, but this has pace, and I can tell. This has pace, and I can tell. And I know that I was pushing my ass off when I was in the AMG. I was pushing my ass off when I was in the Corvette. It's not like this is an easy strata to hit. You know, 2 minutes dead is still a very respectable time at the end of the day. I have no idea how my friend Fitzy managed to get into the 58s, but that's because he's sort of superhuman when he puts his mind to it. If I worked as hard as he did, I might be better for it. How are you doing tonight, True Blood? It's always good to see you in the chat. Late on the brakes. Not that late, though. Ooh, felt like I had to really balance it there on the throttle, but we got a good exit out. About even Stevens with our last time. Sick and dying still, but we live. I like to see that you're at least living. Okay. Balance, 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 and okay, we're out. But even my Ghost is moving pretty good here. Okay, good. A little lift here. Don't get too greedy. If I have to lose time, I lose time, so be it. It's only a couple of thou at the end of the day. Slight lift. Thought I was going to tap the wall there. Ooh, understeer. Just couldn't get it to take the line I wanted. I guess track limits? I'm not sure if I tagged the wall. I didn't feel anything, but I guess track limits. Bathurst is weird sometimes with that. I'm gonna give it 2 more and see where we can end up. What time is it now? I don't know. I'm in this. I'm embroiled in this. I kind of want to keep going, even though I'm cognizant of the half-past race for daily race B. I'm kind of like, yeah, I want to be there for that. Okay. Shake it off. Let's get right back to it. If this next one's already invalidated, I'll just reset. Yep, next one's already invalidated. Goodness gracious. Alright, if I can get it down at the top of the mountain, I really am gonna be able to walk away with a ton of time in hand. I'm braking too early there, so I need to get a better reference point for that first turn, because I know that it's after the 100 board, but I'm not sure exactly where. I just know, like, counting after, and that's not good enough as a reference point. That one was gonna happen. Dumped it off the freaking curb. I'm mad that I lost my delta timing for that quick lap, but it's alright. Still have the Ghost. Not the exit of a lifetime, but I think we're still in decent straights. Yeah, we're about even Stevens with the Ghost. I'm struggling so much with that. It's killing me. I thought I lifted enough, and then I looked down and I was like, huh, I didn't lift enough. But I felt in my foot. I was like, I know I lifted just enough to make it. Feet don't fail me now and all that. I think I might need a breather, though, at the very least, because this is getting to be much. I know I'm getting somewhere, but I think I might need a breather. Did get a good run out of one, though. That was a really solid attempt. Alright, then. Let's nail our braking marker here. I kept my foot in it. I thought I gathered it up, but clearly there was still a little bit of slip angle in there. Now I'm doing the most. Let's just make it count. I'm getting really good at that first sector, though. Until that happened. I'm gonna stay with it, though. That's not a fatal mistake, just a bad one. I think I'm really doing my best work when I'm a little bit under the limit, when I'm more composed. I'm actually not trying to ring the car for everything it's worth. So let's see what kind of lap time we can get if we're just trying to get a good lap around here. Understanding that going flat out is not necessarily the answer. Definitely flirting with disaster on those track limits. I think we'll plan on getting entered for that race at 10 till. So it's almost... we're 20 past the hour now, 23 past the hour to be exact. So I'll continue the TT for a few more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and get entered for daily race B. Get ourselves locked in the pocket. Just so we can get a little bit of a break from this, come back, maybe try the Genesis, and then come back and do more daily racing. Just kind of hop betwixt the two for the moment. Oh, that was deep. It's very deep, deep. I'm not perfect, but that's still... we're still in contention, we'll put it that way. Yeah, that little lift in third is so much more powerful than in fourth. Just to be real. Early turn in, too early. Not bad though, we're still here. Ooh, a little deep there. Really had to lop that one off to even survive. Ahead of the Ghost, though. Wasn't expecting that part. So let's just carry on. Nail our braking point like we know how to do. Get out here clean. Let's see what it's going to be across the line. 2 minutes, 0.7, not too bad. Expected worse, to be honest with you. And I'm already a 10th up. Amazingly. So 18.76 on that. Let's just try and keep the rhythm going. So the beat goes on. Slight little bit of slip there. This is gonna be where we make our money back. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, I'll go ahead and accept defeat there. 2-man's 0.7 ain't nothing to be mad at. But I'm coming back for it. Alright, there's one more ticket. It's a 4-star, I think it was. Rick. Oh, you got a 59.9. My bad, but still, that's ridiculous. I'm gonna come for you. I'm gonna get it. I promise. Meantime, I need a break from that, so let's go ahead and get set in for the Lago Maggiore daily race. Gonna do daily race B and daily race B only. I'm gonna get some water in the meantime. But that was fun. It was fun to really test myself and test the limits there. I'm gonna have to get a good qualifying time though if I want to even have a good shot. So I'm gonna get set into the Corvette. Corvette works good for me most days. And I also have to think setup, so let me go ahead and put my setup screen garage blocker thingy on. I hope that worked. We'll see. I don't need to go crazy here. Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. And we'll do qualifying time trial. So we're not going to enter this race. We're going to be getting the other one. We have the stream sniping overlay? No. Not even. Not even. Besides, who is even using the Corvette here? Raise your hands. Type 1 in the chat. Who gives a damn about this car? Probably only me and a handful of other people. I mean, we can check the leaderboard and see what's going on there, but I guarantee you we're not going to see it. So our friends are using the Viper and the Nismo. It's only Tuesday, by the way, so that means things. The GTR seems to be one of the cars. AMG 20 is also hot. M6 is always hot. Genesis is still up there. Of course, fucking Danny. You put a 2. Pick number 3, my lord. Pick number 3, my lord. Energy. All right. Big stretch. I'll get my booty on this race just to stream snipe me. It's a joke, don't arrest. Okay, I mean, if you think you got it. If we end up in the same race, I will laugh my ass off. Though also, if you genuinely want to get on, I'll do a lobby. I do not care. I'm here for my own betterment and my own enjoyment because I've had a long day. And there's a lot of talk about getting ready for this daggone 12-hour race. And I just want to chill, you know? Like, life's too short. Life is too short, man. So you do the things that you enjoy. Oh, that was one of... I mean, I kind of enjoyed that. Okay, so let me back off a little bit. Because clearly, I'm driving it like it doesn't have a setup on it, and I did make some changes to the setup, so... Oh, I forgot I could make some other changes, too. This is not just suspension partial, but you can also make differential changes. And I believe there's even some other stuff. Brake balance should also be on that list. It is. So you can see that. I'm not really too concerned about brake balance numbers. But yeah, this is a tuning-enabled race, by the way, just in case you were wondering. So you can take your wonderful BMW that you have. And yeah. What's going on, Eddie? Good to see you in the stream. And as far as why I'm not doing iRacing, that is mainly just because my PC cannot handle doing a stream and playing the game at the same time. That's really the only impediment here. I am going to do some iRacing practice later to get ready for everything on Saturday. But for now, just getting some laps in on GT7 while the TT is still up. Doing some racing for my own enjoyment, and then I can kind of get settled in to practice later. Not going to try and wear myself out, though, because obviously I'd still be ready to do some reasonable stints. But at any rate, that TT is not super helpful because the braking references are so different. And just the grip of the cars overall is just so different. Oh, I know, and I already have plans for that, my friend. I already have plans for next season, because I know that we're going to have rain and a graphics overhaul coming in, and a bunch of other stuff, so... I already have parts kind of waiting in the wings, so I'm kind of getting set up for another build soon. And the PC I have currently is going to probably become a streaming PC, but don't tell TrueBlood that. I'll get excited. Okay, so we have a reference lap now. It's kind of an lap at the end of the day, but we can improve on it. Did somebody say boom? Yep. Stockpiling parts from Yield Micro Center. But we have to have the content ready, so I mean I can't do all of that. I can't put it all out there for half my audience. Alright, 58.8. I think this is a decent time for now. But obviously there's still room to be had. Time to be had. The key here is to be impatient. This is going to allow you to really get on power earlier through this section. You're going to need all that run for the straightaway. I imagine we're going to need to get close to the 57s to really be competitive here, but I could also just check the boards. Having rhythm's sort of more important. Oh. Somehow still legal. Thought that wall tap would have got me. I'm just glad the car is still, like, pretty drivable. So I'm getting a little bit more aggressive, like I hadn't made the suspension changes. But it seems very responsive to them. The ghost is looking so haunting in a bad way on this console. I'm sorry to hear that? Question mark? Yeah, I shouldn't have gotten away with that. I'm gonna take it, but I shouldn't have gotten away with that. I was talking about how we used to all run GT Sport together, though. Way back when. Back when GT Sport was still the move. Surprisingly, GT7's taken a lot of the good stuff about that series. Just taking a long time to implement it and still having a lot of the same tired issues. That's a great way to exit that corner. Still braking late there. Made the same problem last time. So next lap I will not make the same mistake. Also, the race entry is open, so after this 5th lap, I'm going to go ahead and exit ENG. See if I can't look at a ghost and then, or look at a lap and then get into it to win. 58-1, that's an improvement. Yeah, all that composure is paying dividends, I suppose. Either that or the track is literally just getting faster, which I suppose is also possible. Stranger things have happened. Ooh, I thought that was going to be curtains for me. Held it together, at least. Also, I see what you did there with that pun. I just noticed that. Haunting. Haha, cute. Okay, we know where we made the mistake last lap. We won't make the same mistake again this lap. Still about 0.2 of buffer. There we go. Drive the car like it's actually on hard tires. And here I was content with a 58 when a 57 was well within reach. Alright, not too bad. I'll take what I can get. Just constant improvement. That first lap was a piece of crap, but, you know, just bring it down gradually. So we got to learn quite a bit there. 1733 is not too bad. 54s are kind of the time to beat, so I clearly am still leaving plenty on the table. Heck, I can even think of some setup changes I can make that might help. I would say that the car is not far from where it needs to be. I think I just need to take a bit of diff out of it, but we'll see. Not what I wanted to do. Ah, that's right, I didn't take any of my settings, I just did. Oh well. I remember largely what I was doing. I should have been thinking to myself if I would make any more setup changes, but for now that felt fine, so I don't need to do a ton more. Anything else? No? Yeah, I think that's fine right there. I hope I did that right. Anyways, let's go ahead and get ourselves in the race. Rock solid. Alright, we have, what, 6 minutes? 6 minutes to get our lives together. Alright. So let's see how much further we can get it down, because I think diff changes are going to really make the car come alive, if you ask me. Maybe, maybe not. Should be able to get a little bit more rotation from the car now. Corner entry. Feels less snappy now on power, but a little bit easier to lose traction. Characteristic. I'm pretty much just telling you what I did on paper. I'm pretty much giving you the sauce. But we'll see if it all adds up to anything. Okay, well, it added up to something on entry, I'll tell you that much. That was a bit worse, but that was more driver error. It seems even easier to get into that corner now. But even right away, still not far off the pace. Alright, I think we're doing okay. Gotta check something. You gotta find more time than that, but so far so good. I think I left a little bit everywhere. If I don't drop it on corner exit, that'd be great. I think I did better on the tail end of the lap, though, so most of the time gains are going to be right up the top. Could have been slightly better into the big old banky boy, too. Yeah, it seems faster through here, though. Just genuinely across the board faster through there. You'd think the diff change wouldn't make that much of a difference with the arrow, but in concert, they do. Ah, I was literally 1,000th off. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to finish this lap, I don't think. So I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and abort. It's already kind of on the back end. Give ourselves a bit more time just to prep. Happy with the time, but I think that it's still. It needs a lot of work. I don't think I'm going to be behind a ton of people, but I do think I'm going to have to work to fight to pass some other A drivers. So, won't be all that hard if the pace is there. If the pace is there, no big deal. But that's not a given. That is not a given. Anyhow, we go ahead and enter our first race. We are qualified 4th, so it's not like we're out in the boonies. What we're going to have to do is just really keep good pace throughout, and that's about it. There's not going to be any strategy to really speak of. We already know that. It's daily race B. 1x fuel, 1x tires. The only thing to note is that the car is going to be slightly slower in actual practical application. So, racecraft, I think, is going to be the order of the day here. We're going to see. It's really going to come down to what we can get away with and what the strengths of the car are. Because I think that compared to the GTRs, we might have a bit of a deficit in the straight line. We might be slightly better on power, we might not. I genuinely don't know. We just have to wait and see, because it's also a lot in the tuning. Anyhow, I hope we have a good race. Should be a fun time either way. Go ahead and knock a couple of these out and then get back to our TTs. Because I do want to get into the 59s if it can be helped. I recognize it's a tall order, but you gotta want it and all that. Anyways, we'll take our little 25 car and try and get our race off to a good start. Mercedes up at the head of the field, Huracan P2, and in P3 we have a Porsche. Five laps, so it's not going to be a short one necessarily. We'll see how it turns out. I think our biggest strength might be coming directly out of the corners. We should have some pretty good excel, but I don't think we're going to have top end to kill him. Nice and soft into one. Close that off so they can't get up the inside. Yep, that diff change was a positive effect. When you're not driving like a madman, it actually likes it. Nice and patient. We'll hold the station. Bars. I don't want to necessarily save tires, I just want to make sure we don't make any stupid, needless mistakes. Nothing here. We can just get the slipstream up the straight. Run it that way. Already a good gap to the cars behind. Yeah, I guess there was some sort of incident. Can we freight train here? Free pass. Free passes. Free passes to the movies. Alright, we'll take them. Alright, let's hold on then. Let's get this guy in first, if we can. Huh, I thought that exit was going to be worse out of there. Loving it. Alright, just gotta stay steady here. Too many mistakes are going to just put me off anyway. I feel like we can get a fast lap here. We can just stay focused. Love this song too. Alright. good rhythm track here. Good fast lap there. Just keep it up. We came to play, so let's play. I keep wanting to get on power too early there. I keep thinking that the car's got more stability to give, and it does not. Even there, almost dropped it. No siree, no Cerritos. Gap's about even in front and behind. Thought they dipped a wheel for a second, but I think that was just the game misinterpreting some information there. We're still in his head. We're still in their head. And they got 0.5. We don't even have to make the pass on track at this moment. We just need to stay with them. If we can hold this gap, we might be able to get on by. Just be precise. Don't let the dirty air catch you out, and be precise. Oh, we're right where we need to be. We are right where we need to be for this one. And we're in his head. It might be a 0.5 for me, too. Guess not. Take what I can get. Dubs are dubs. Just need to hold it here now. It's never a guarantee. Anything can happen. Hate to see it. I heard it before I saw it. It's still a little bit snappy, a little too snappy for my liking, to be honest. Let's see if we can get the sector times good. But really all we need is just to bring it home right now. We don't need to go crazy. Like that. I had a feeling it would happen. But I didn't want to just sit there and wait for nothing either. So I've had better Sector 2s, but we'll live. Oop, and I see a spin back there on the map. So I dip a little bit of a wheel there. Doesn't get much better than that, and they do all the work for you. Heck yeah. Does not get much better than that. So yeah, Corvette's definitely got some good qualities going for it. You can fight, you can give a lot of pressure coming out of the corners if you're, you know, careful with the throttle. That's really where it's going to shine the most. Sub 10 minutes on the time is good. So yeah, just need to keep on fighting for it. Cool. All right. There's another one going off in 6 minutes. I kind of do want to run it. I think I will. I think we'll go ahead and take that and then get back to the time trial. So that one went off pretty well. I'm trying to think of what I could have done differently. And I think that I could actually even take a little bit more out of that. See, now I'm curious. It's got me thinking. But I don't want to, like, flip the needle too far in the other direction. If this is working for me, then, you know, don't try and make a good thing turn bad. I guess if I had to think logically about what was good and what was not good there, I was having some mild issues with the rear end, and I don't think I could have done a lot about that. Sorry, making not a ton of changes, but just trying to keep up here. Alright. So yeah, last one went off pretty well. We'll just try and make this one hopefully as good as the last. I don't think we're going to have any time to improve the qualifying time, so maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Whole goal here is just to try and bring it a little bit closer in line. But that was a great race. I mean, hey, I need to get closer to top splits. I need to get closer to need to get further up into A+. So any races like that are good races. It seems like we're only gonna have one lap to do it. Let's make it count. I don't know. That felt pretty good in the hand. Car wants to rotate now. Car really wants to rotate now. I like it. It might take me doing a little bit of a better job, but I actually think that there's some merit to be had here. I genuinely don't think this is going to be better than my fast lap, but I think this might be close. There's a lot of good characteristics, and there's a lot of okay, like, I can deal with this characteristics. Probably stuff that might be slightly better for the race itself. I think I have the turn in of the car still really positive. It actually feels like it wants to get away from me less now. And it squats well, but it still has that slight tendency to where it wants to get away on exit. So, it's about where the last one was at. So, same deal. It's repeatable, and it feels good, so I won't do anything further than that. Qualifying time should still be good enough to start us towards the front half. See who's involved and who improves as well, because like I said, it's Tuesday, so you'll see more of those improvements earlier on in the week than you will later. But to see the car working like this and all that, that's really good. It means that it's really just in the palm of our hand. But the key thing is I have to really be patient getting on power, which is something I feel like I've always struggled with. You can see, like, even in that last race, there are a couple of moments where I got the car loose, particularly at that one complex corner down at the bottom of Sector 2. Okay. 2 cars in front of us that we already raced. We're all in the same car, same qualifying times as well. We'll see if the guys behind us can play the game a little differently this time around, because I feel like they excuse me, will certainly have the pace to challenge us. So it's just contingent on whether they're in the fight or not. But the top 4 really are kind of all in the same pace zip code, and then it drops off a little bit to 5th. Oh, Jarek's dad is here. Right. Not too bad. Not too shabby. So yeah, I think I'll leave the dailies here, and then we'll go ahead and pick up with the time trials. Probably close out the stream there. Mission's the same. Just get out there and drive a clean race. Don't make mistakes. Be careful. Have fun. Nothing changes but the changes and all that. My back is getting sweaty. That's why you see me stretching and trying to peel myself out of the seat so much. Ooh, and we see immediate pull. This thing has it can accelerate. It can accelerate. Again, we'll just be a little bit careful there. Immediately take the position. Well, let's just focus on staying with the Lambo. Got someone facing the wrong way out of that last corner. I knew it was going to try and tip on me, but I didn't expect it to try and continue to do so that late. So I really thought I took most of the steering out of it. That's okay. Guess there's a mild collision back there. Something. They're still only about a second back. So it's not like they're out of the fight. Went on the grass there. Didn't need to do all that. Why did I pitch it like that? Like, I know how, but I don't know why. Confusing things that happen in the middle of a race, aren't they? I've got him on the ropes. He's also rocking the number 25. Ooh, that was bad. I mean, we still have it. We might have a penalty, but we still have the car at least. If he wants it, he can take it. I really don't care. Guess not. I'm not going to put myself too far out of position to try and defend something if I'm not certain of what the stakes are. So, like, that was one of those cases where I felt exactly that. And I was like, well, I'm not going to throw myself off position when I already just had a moment. You know, I'm just going to get in where I fit in right now. Thought I was dipping there. I think they got ready to take evasive action. Jesus! This car feels very different. All because I made stupid changes. And we're still in the hunt. We're still very much in the hunt, but I need to just actually drive like I mean it. Not like I'm playing a game. Even though that's exactly what I'm doing. We're still positioning ourselves in such a way that the HR is going to just get an easy pass on us, so that's good. Still in this. Just keep on fighting. Keep on fighting, Titan. See you getting shape. Get some of that yummy slipstream. Fast lap. Just keep it gathered up. Don't let them get the better of us. Felt the car going from me there. It's a little bit wiser. VHR's hanging in there though. Hanging in. Hanging tough. Holy understeer, Batman. I think that whatever changes I made the car worse in transitions and dirty air, and that's fair. I gave him space. I did what I had to do there. I gave him space. I did everything I could to race clean. I did every single thing I could to race clean while still keeping it competitive. So I'm not mad at it. And I kept my position. So, like, that honestly is... I should be very proud, but I'm slightly upset. Slightly upset. If I had chopped him off a little bit more in the SS section, we would have probably had a slightly better chance of getting it done. So I could have basically, like, big balled him into backing off, but it would have been dangerous. So you have to have a good sense if the driver ahead of you is going to yield or not. And I'm also very okay with getting second here. Like, getting first is not going to be the end-all, be-all. Damn. Alright, that was a good race. That was a great race. And we still did it in just ever so slightly under 10 minutes. I think it was like 9:59, 9 and 800ths. But that was a great race. So huge respect to both XCAM and VHR. That was a lot of fun. I had a fantastic time with that one. Because like I said on the last one, they kind of did all the work for me, you know. I think the two of them got into a little spat, and then the guy in front snapped a penalty. Whereas this time around, I had to really, really work for it, and I couldn't quite get it done. That was a great fight, though. That was super cool. That was a learning experience. Anyway, as noted, we're going to go ahead and leave the daily races alone for now. We got a couple of positive results. 2 podiums, 2 clean races. And really, that one was a mid-race thriller. So, and we stayed in the hunt the entire time. So I cannot be mad at that. We're only 2 top 5s away from getting 100. 2 races away from being at 175 starts. And we have 15 wins after that race earlier. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and head back over here. This time I think I'm gonna go ahead and try the Genesis, see what we can't do. Because the M6 felt fast. We got 2 minutes 0.7. We were onto something. I got 2 minutes 0.5 with the AMG on a much earlier day, like when the TT first started. So I'm going to try the Genesis now. Get ourselves plugged in and see what's up. But that was a lot of fun. That was a huge amount of fun, as a matter of fact. And that was exactly the type of racing that I need to be showing like this weekend. Obviously, there are a couple of times where I went for it, and maybe it would have been a little bit wiser to back out to preserve time. But I had a ton of fun, and I think that I behaved myself well. I judged those situations exquisitely, or at least as exquisitely as I could have. I'm sure a better driver than me could have gotten away with a dub with those kind of openings, but, you know, that's the way the game works out, you know? We do it all to get better. Anyways. Oop, not what I wanted. Here we go. And yeah, we can't make any changes here. Let me get my gloves on, we'll go ahead and get started. Try and crack top 1,000. I'll just put it that way. I really am trying to beat Fitzy here. I really want that 59.9, but top 1,000 will also do well. Very sorry if you guys could hear that. But the one thing I can notice about the Genesis X right now is that you can get on power earlier than you could in the M6. There's a bit less boost pressure to deal with in general. So that's going to be kind of the key in making sure we have a nice consistent run up the mountain. Positive turn in, a bit pushy, but nothing we can't work our way around. A more positive turn in, specifically to note. Still quite a bit of understeer there, particularly here in 4th gear, so I'm going to probably want to do a quick lift in 3rd and then upshift. Ooh, but it stays way more composed going over that crest. It likes that. It seems like in general it's going to be a little bit easier to keep batting down. So the key is just to not let the car get away from us. Good dailies though. That was really good dailies. Unusually good dailies for me to be streaming. I always have the worst luck when I'm streaming, but that actually shook out quite well. Yeah, power curve seems more linear here, so I can work with that pretty well. I don't think all the split times are going to be exactly the same, but we can try and aim for the same ones. That was good. 18.7 to the first sector. I was not expecting that. Just caught that little bit of... I think I caught a very small snap there, and then that just turned into the car completely getting away from me. Because that correction put it right up on the curb. I'm going to figure out how far I can take this, and then after that I'm going to close out the stream and get some dinner. So I am starting to get a little hungry. Might play some Lethal Company later. That sounds like fun, honestly. Depending on who all is around and on. Lethal Company and a little bit of sake or something. I don't know. That's just me thinking out loud, don't mind me. Tend to do that. Just get a good banker lap in so you can have a ghost to reference off of. Oof, that was ugly. That was ugly because I dipped right off the banking, and that screwed up the rest of that entire turn. So yeah, that early lift, if you have the right positioning, early enough turn in, that'll be what you need. And this thing is really positive turn in as soon as you hit the wheel. I'm getting the feeling this will be like a 2015, based on how the lap's been so far. Maybe a bit slower even. should have flipped over to my chat, but either way, with neither of them really being persistent, I'm just gonna let it go for now. If you're on YouTube and you've been trying to interact with the stream, I'm sorry if I've not been interacting with you guys. 215 on the nose. Just can't really see much at the moment. My usual setup allows me to kind of be able to interact with both chats at the same time. This one is a bit more limiting. But we go on. Still trying to build the YouTube audience anyway. You can still go faster there. Same thing, I caught that snap, and then it really just tried to throw it right up on the curve immediately. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, but I get it. Because the car has more initial turn-in, but it's actually got less... It's pushier on throttle. It's pushier on throttle despite having more initial turn. That grip is more dedicated to getting that initial bite into the corner rather than holding speed through it. Killing myself here. That was a good sector 1 though, I think. So then with that said, if you're getting that kind of phenomenon, I really want to try and prioritize having a bit of a faster entry. That was unfortunate, but still, we're on a lap. So yeah, less available turning grip there. Need to internalize that. Less available turning grip. Less available turning grip. Less available turning grip. It's that simple. It's not hard. You can see even with those mild inconsistencies and that wall tap, we're still quite a bit ahead. Still wants to get away from you there. That camber change it does not like. But it makes the car very consistent to drive right at the limit. You don't want to smack that thing too hard. See, that would have been... Oh my goodness. So this clearly has a pace. This car clearly has pace. I just... Because if I had gotten that lap even with the wall tap, would have been a new personal best. 2 minutes, 0.3. So all I need to do is just put it together. If I put it together, the lap is right there. The argument's that the car is a little bit trickier to drive than maybe the other ones I've been used to up to this point. Requires a touch more restraint. Unlike that was not restraint. I'm just gonna see what this one will be. Again, a lot of that initial turn-in. Tons of initial turn-in. Not a whole lot of grip mid-corner. And I understand that. It's just annoying. So yeah, this is going to be like a low 201, unless I can really make some improvements. But I know there's a lot to be had here, so I'm gonna keep on pushing for it. That's that tantalizing ass lap. That was a tantalizing lap that I did just previous. Thank you so much. I can't actually see what that alert was, but I appreciate you. I think that was a follow. My thing is frozen currently, and I'm gonna... It doesn't even tell me. Oh well. But, appreciate you guys continuing to be with the stream. And of course I pause it and make mistakes like that, but I think there's still more to be had. Until I do that. Let it go, as they say. But again, I really do genuinely appreciate you guys so much. I'm just here for fun. Don't get to do this as often as I would like to. I try to get on at least twice a week. Get some racing in, make myself a little bit better, so I really appreciate you guys for here to support the stream. Always trying to push harder for rank, push harder to get some of these CTs done, and just generally vibe and have a good time. So if you like what you're seeing, make sure to hit that follow button, get some notifications, see when I'm on, when I'm doing stuff, and when I'm not doing stuff. Okay, there we go. Has such weird tendencies of when it wants to snap and when it wants to understeer. I despise it just a little bit. Oh, but this thing has great brakes. Okay, that felt good. This should at least be a 2 minutes something. I don't know. We're gonna find out. It might be good. Slight snap there. Didn't lose too much time. 2 minutes 7. I'm doomed to those 2 minutes point sevens right now. Good reference ghost though. And I know we can hit that point 3. So I think even like early on, like Sector 2, I still made some pretty startling mistakes. So if I can iron those out, we'll be on for a great lap. Ooh, I thought I got a little too greedy there, but just about hung on. Same thing there. Almost overslowed it. And almost dropped it. You can tell when I start to tense up too much. There we go. That's at least a PB. We can really do a good job in that last corner. This might even be a low, too. I don't think there's any chance it's going to be a 159, but we can do something with it. There's that 3. If I was able to balance it there, I could have actually gotten a really good exit out of 1. But still a net positive. Oh, that was so much faster, though. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I had such a lead. Damn it all. I sacrificed a little bit to really get that exit, and then I get that bit of wheel spin. All up in smoke. Still can improve, though, so let's just stay with it. Damn. It's getting consistent though, like 4th thou, I'll take that. I will take that every day of the week. Let me do 2 more laps and then I'll go ahead and close out. I am so upset right now. I'm seething. I'm seething. I'm freaking seething. I know that wasn't the hard part of the lap per se, but I'm seething. I'm gonna keep going just so I still have my delta data from that 2 minutes point 3. And this next one will be my last lap. It's ridiculous. I cannot believe it. I'm glad I improved, and really that's what I should just go ahead and sit down and accept and be happy with. But, oh my god, I was on a heater. That little bit of wheel spin wasn't perfect, but we still kept a pretty good amount of pace through there, if I do say so myself. We'll take it. Live. We'll live with it. You know. I don't know. I wanted it so bad. I really wanted it so bad. And I figured out that that little lift in fourth up there instead of fifth, it gives you all that more bite that you need. Just that little bit more weight transfer to carry the rest of it through full throttle. I know I said I was only going to do 2 more laps. Let this be the last one. I could have done a lot better there, but I'm not going to really think about it right now. The only thing I need is just to improve. Whatever it is, I just need to improve. You know, it could have been more. Should have been more. I'm just going to take what I can get right now. Could have been more. Should have been more. Just going to take what I can get. I want to see what the over-under is. Oh, wait. I deleted everything. The sad part is I know that if I really optimized every single little thing, that 59 is there. But I can't really worry about that too much right now. We did improve, even if it was only a couple of tenths. And I should be happy with that. I do know there's more in it, but I could be here all night trying to get that. And I'm sure that wouldn't be super exciting to watch. So we're going to go ahead and find someone to raid. Oh, I just realized it would not show me on Stream Manager here what was going on. Because that only shows me a couple of events on Twitch. I'm going to throw in a quick stream before we go ahead and get ready for this Bathurst 12-hour. I might be mired in all of the trappings that go with that, so I'm not going to guarantee anything. But I really do appreciate you guys for your patronage. I really do appreciate you guys for your time. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. It does mean so much to me.
Tuesdays and Friday.
You guys take care, race fair, and I'll be seeing you next time.